Hi guys, welcome back to another informative video where we discuss things about saving, investing, stock market, and a lot of practical tips that you can use to improve your way of living. Today's video, I want to share with you the 3 things I hate whenever people talk about money, investing, and career. Tatlong bagay lang to ha. Tatlong bagay lang to. And sana hindi ako mabash sa sasabihin ko, pero ito yung opinion ko and I want to put it in a content like this. I feel like whenever people talk about success, hindi nila nakikita yung pinagdadaanan. They always look at the end result or yung end product. Have you noticed that? Whenever you're building out something, people don't really support you. But once you said that, hey, I have 10 branch now, I opened my own business, or I had a partner with this big establishment, blah, blah, blah. In short, pinakita mo na nagtagumpay ka dun sa ginagawa mo. Yung line ng congratulations, ang haba, oh. But the people who actually support you from the very beginning when you were starting out, napakaliit lang, karamihan pa sa kanila, hindi mo kakilala. That's the hard truth about life. And the reason why I wanna mention this is because I saw a lot of contents na sabi ko, hala, ba't parang may mali naman sa gantong content? Eh, sa isip ko naman, kanya-kanya lang naman yung content at pananaw. So, ako naman, gagawa rin ako ng sarili ko, right? Okay, first things first. Everyone's talking about stock market and real estate investing. Yes naman, totoo naman talaga na napakaganda na stock market and real estate investing. Sino bang ayaw? Ha? Tanong ko sa'yo, sino bang ayaw? Maski ako gusto ko yun lahat eh. Pero before you get there, hindi ganun kadali. Ito, hindi lahat ng tao may ganito. And to those people watching those contents na gusto rin, ina-aspire din na stock market or real estate yung gusto nilang pag-investan, that's actually good. But think about this. Maybe it's not yet for you. Maybe what you need first is to look for your emergency fund or increase your revenue streams bago ka mag-jump to stock market and real estate investing. These things are nice to have, but everyone's talking about it as if it's easy to get. Ay, grabe. I couldn't stress enough gaano ko kadaming contents na nakikita na real estate investing, papaano naman yung kaming mga simple lang or normal lang. We will not be able to get there right away. I swear. Never. When I say never at this point, ha? But maybe in the future, yes. But with how the market is doing and ang hirap din ng buhay, yung iba pa breadwinner, hindi. Everything's relative, I guess. Kung anong katayuan ko sa buhay, iba siya sa mga taong nagsasabi nun. At whenever people talk about it na parang napakadaling kunin siya, hindi ako natutuwa that everyone's just looking at it as if that's like the price na in this whole investing scheme, yun lang ang maganda. Ang dami pa pong iba. And I don't think that it should be your main priority if you're starting out. Yes, it's a good investment, but not applicable for all. Hindi siya ganun kadaling ma-achieve. Okay? Next, separating investment money from your emergency fund. Nobody said this. You should do this first. Paano ka mag-i-invest kung wala ka pang investment money? And maraming sugal ha. Maraming sumusugal. Pero please, hindi naman 100% guarantee yung pagsugal. But I really admire those people who have this leap of faith. Yung napakaano talaga, lakas ng loob. Palag-palag na in short. But to those people starting out, huwag kayo masyadong mahalina sa mga ganong contents. Try to also look at the basics. And the basic thing that you need to do is to have your emergency fund secured first. And then start building your investment money. That's how I did mine. I am not saying that you follow this. But always take the good with the bad. If there are other contents outside that you think would be applicable to you, because maybe you came from a very good family, hindi ka katulad namin na nagsa-struggle or corporate rat kami and all. If you are privileged enough, then go for it. Kasi swerte mo, hindi ka katulad namin na we need to provide for our family. Yung mga parents namin, ang tingin sa amin, retirement plan. So, if you are naman, simpleng tao lang, and you also want to invest, how can you invest if hindi pa secure yung emergency fund mo at wala ka ring perang ipang i-invest? So, how will that work for you, right? So, try to separate those two first. And lastly, everyone's just so drawn to the idea that success is really good for those people who were able to achieve it at an early age. Like, kunyari, napanood ako sa YouTube or sa TikTok na at the age of 22, ganito na yung nagagawa niya. At the age of 25, ito na yung meron siya. At the age of ganito, meron na siya parang business na ang laki-laki, ang dami niya empleyado and all. Those things, hindi naman siya nangyayari lahat talaga para sa atin eh. Mind you, panigurado yung yung tao na yon, well off pa ang magulang niya. Nakakatawa, no? Because we don't really see the hardship of the person or how they went through it, right? Pero one thing na minsan pinag-usapan namin ng mga kaibigan ko, meron siyang friend na parang sumikat sa isang platform. And they talk about finances din. The same content that I'm putting out. Pero sabi sa akin ng friend ko, alam mo, dito yan nakatira. Alam mo yung magulang niyan, ganito kayaman. No question niya. Parang itatanong mo pa ba yan? Kung wala ka namang pinagkakabalan, hindi ka nagbibigay ng groceries, you don't pay for the bills. Girl, syempre dapat maganda na yung finances mo. Kasi hindi ka naman breadwinner, hindi ka naman nag-aano. I mean, it's very funny whenever people put it in that scenario na, ang galing naman, kasi nagiging ganyan siya. The person reading that tuloy feels somehow, parang naaano siya sa life niya. Kine-question na ngayon yung buhay niya kasi how come na they are of the same age at siya wala pa siya nararating sa buhay niya when in fact, you guys have a different world. Ikaw, pwedeng breadwinner ka. Pwedeng ang dami mong pinagkakagastusan. These people maybe came from a very good school. So, sa trabaho pa lang, may edge na siya agad-agad. And to those people saying na school is not important, that's BS. Swear, BS yun. School is really key if you're in the corporate world. Ako, I never imagined that. Parang lahat na achievements ko put into waste just because I did not came from a very good school. Kasi 'di ba sa Pilipinas, ano lang ba yung top 3 na best school sa atin? Alam niyo naman 'yan. It's really different, whenever we talk about this. I just want to put out this content to really say that wherever you are, and if you think na you would want to make a change with the way you do things in your life, never base it with other success. We all have our timeline. May sarili-sarili tayong kapalaran sa buhay. And the people who had a very good life ahead from us, dahil nagsumikap na rin yung mga ancestors nila, yung mga ninuno na, nag-sacrifice na for them para ma-achieve nila kung anong meron sila. So it's never safe to assume that you'll be able to reach their goals right away when in fact they have everything ahead in front of them. A good school, parents that understand finance well, parents that would support them just in case mag-fall back sila, or if they want to venture out into a business, kayang-kayang suportahan ng parents just in case maduging negosyo ng anak nila. Sa atin, hindi ganun. We have our work, we have our 8 to 5, and we cannot just simply change that right away. Ikaw ba, matatalikuran mo ba yung trabaho mo agad-agad? That's the life that we have. We need to be extra masipag, extra matyaga, extra madiskarte in terms of business and putting out our own brand or yung mga endeavors natin sa life. Kasi, kaya natin kailangan maging maingat. Wala tayong sasandalan kung sakaling tayo ang madapa. Pwede tayo may masandalan, pero konti lang ang kaya niyang ibigay. Unlike yung mga tao talagang may kakayahan, yung privileged enough. So, never ever compare yourself to those influencers na well-off na sa buhay. Try to look at your situation and try to assess it. Just be practical. I keep on saying that I'm a very practical person, but it's the best thing that I think for me. Yun yung tipong nagpa-realize sa akin na kahit saan ako pumunta, kailangan ko maging practical because life for us is not easy. Compare siguro kung mayaman ako, yung parents ko nagtatrabaho pa, maybe they're a vice president from a very reputable company or vice president sila na isang bangko, yung mga ganyan. Because the content creators that I keep on seeing on TikTok, I feel like I get those vibes a lot. And whenever I do a search on LinkedIn, ganun kasi ako, pag may nakikita akong well-off na tao, sinesearch ko agad anong business nito, ganyan. I always end up checking their profile and seeing, mayaman talaga yung mga magulang nila. Hindi tayo ganun. Hindi tayo ganun. We have to always go back to the basics. And I hate to see contents like those na would make others feel that what they're doing is irrelevant. When in fact, we just have a different path altogether. We We just have a different mindset, we just grew up in a different environment, and we don't have the same luxuries that they have. So, okay lang yan. Okay lang yan. Try to go back to the basics. Huwag ka masyadong maniwala dun sa mga, ano ba yun? Anong tawag dun? Yung mga sobrang maaanong mga pangarap na sobrang hirap na maabot. Try to draw concrete, specific plans for yourself so that you'll be able to reach that goal. At somehow, pakonti-konti makikita mo there's progress. Sila kaya na nilang mag-jump. Kaya nilang mag-jump na mag-stock market ako. Imagine there's this kid, 17 years old, and has a very good portfolio. I am 25, and his portfolio is far better than what I have. And I'm 25 and he's 17. When I checked his profile, his parents gave him a starting capital for stock market. We don't have that. Not all of us will have that privilege, right? So, iba-iba ang punto de vista ng mga tao. I get to see those contents and share it with people, and we have narratives and things to argue about. But the things that we see, kadalasan dyan, at for sure, kung napapanood mo siya at dumadaan siya sa'yo, meron talaga siyang nagiging effect. Madalas, yung effect na yon hindi maganda sa atin. Sometimes, insecure tayo, naiinggit tayo. But the truth is, ibang-iba talaga sila sa atin. Ibang-iba talaga yung pinanggalingan nila, upbringing nila. So, wag mo siyang isipin ganun. Kakayanin mo siya through time. It's not a question of age. You might be 25 now and you have this good portfolio. You are starting out your emergency fund, and that's good. And it doesn't matter if you get to your goal when you're 30. You can do it if you're 35. You can do it if you're 40. Or if you're in your 50s. I don't think you should be bounded by the time. But, importanteng masimulan mo ngayon is yung tamang pag-iisip. The goals ng magkabahay, magkagantong business, magkaganyan, as long as you're consistent and you do it on a day-to-day basis, pag lagi mo tinatatak sa isip mo na mangyayari din yan, mangyayari din yan. It's just that it's not yet the right time for you. Hindi mo siya ganong kabilis pwedeng makuha. Kasi wala tayong enough funds to do it. But I'm not saying you can't do it. You can do it, but it's just a matter of time before you reach your goals. Kasi hindi siya ganon kadali for us na nasa corporate world, nagsa-struggle, breadwinner. So don't ever feel insecure about it. Hindi kasi yun madalas sinasabi ng mga tao sa platforms nila na mayaman naman sila, may kapasidad silang para gawin yun. Most of them, they really have. Kaya nga sabi ko, ano ba yan? Paano nasasabing mga ganito ganyan? Kung ang parents ko lang mayaman rin, may negosyo, baka higit pa dito kung ano yung pwede kong mabili or magawa sa pera meron ako. But again, we have different paths, at sana kung ano man yung path na meron ka, sana hindi ka panghinaan ng loob to reach there. And perception of people in terms of money, success, and career, they are all relative depending on their perspective, depending on the type of life that they have. Iba-iba. Yung pangarap ko na to, iba to kapag kinausap mo yung taong mayaman naman na. Ang pangarap na nila siguro magkaroon ng bahay sa US, ganyan. Makapag-travel sa Paris after ng pandemic. But for us, hindi siya ganun kadali. Ang pangarap lang natin magkaroon ng bahay, pangarap natin magkaroon ng kotse. Maybe those people, hindi na nila pangarap magkakotse because they were able to have it. Meron na silang kotse na nagagamit, right? So don't ever feel insecure. Pwedeng deprive lang tayo at some point, pero we'll get there. Kailangan natin maging consistent lang. So yun, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Sana hindi naman ako mabash. Sana may natutunan rin kayo sa kuda ko today. Ayun, thank you for watching. Bye!